Hey guys, what is up? It is the Fast Break Report here, bringing you guys another vlog. We're going to talk about the Pacers in this one. It's been a while since I've really covered the Pacers. There hasn't been really anything super exciting to talk about. Haliburton's been out. Mathurin's seen some time out as well. And we're really at that point in the season where it's like people are starting to talk about the MVP race and stuff like that, playoff seeding and stuff like that. So this is truly the dead point in the season where it's kind of like there's only 20, 25 games left in the season, if that. And we're really starting to get down to the nitty gritty. But Tyrese Haliburton came back last night against the Milwaukee Bucks and had a 4-point play to close the game against Milwaukee. Now, I will say this, I didn't get to see more than a minute of this game. I had my pool match last night. I was actually keeping score of a match when I pulled up this app I have on my phone called The Score. Would love to. I use them all the time. If I should really see if I could get a partnership thing with them, because I think their app is phenomenal. But I used the Score app and I checked the score of the game, and it was a close game. It was I think a 2-point game with less than a minute left. And so I have the NBA app on my phone, so I put on League Pass, pulled up the game, and was keeping score and watching the game at the same time. And sure enough, Tyrese Haliburton fading out of bounds with 3 seconds left. Not only gets fouled, but makes the 3-point shot for a 4-point play. Makes the first free throw, misses the second, I believe, and they end up winning the game. I will say this game, at least looking at the box score, was a very, very good game. I will say this, we absolutely killed Milwaukee in fast break points, and we somehow still only won the game by 1 basket. I like this for our playoff seeding. I like this also because I believe they're a division rival as well. So this is pretty good. This is good for us. It was a good win. It was a much needed win. And, I've been saying this for a while, and it sucks to say this, but I have a saying now in the chat and on Twitter that's no Hallie, no W. And unfortunately, that's kind of proven to be the case. When Haliburton doesn't play, our team is simply not very good. I don't think it takes, I don't think that's a hot take either. Haliburton is the engine of our car, and if we don't have that, we're essentially just a rolling frame and hoping that we can get across the finish line. Pascal Siakam had himself a hell of a game. By the way, Pascal Siakam had 25 points, 12 rebounds, 5 assists, shot 10 of 15 from the field. 3 of 7 from 3 with 1 steal. He did have 3 turnovers and 3 personal fouls. But Mathurin had 17, Nembhard had 12, Haliburton had 14 and 10 with the game winner. Miles did not have a good game from 3, 1 of 8. Miles had an off night. Nesmith had an off night, 4 of 11. Mathurin was 5 of 12, wasn't great. But outside of that, the team played, they were able to fight back into the game and actually make it a game and end up winning. I will say this, the Pacers' record without Tyrese Haliburton lifetime is 14-29. Okay, this season we're 0-4 without him. Last season we were 7-6 without him, and the season before that I believe we were 7-19 without him. So it's pretty obvious in the evidence that, without Tyrese Haliburton, this team simply does not play very well. I just feel like the team is a mess. Against Chicago, our defense was non-existent. Same thing against the Hawks. Defense was non-existent. I really don't know what the real difference is that when Haliburton doesn't play, it seems like the team just doesn't run right. I get that he runs the offense and he facilitates that. But at the same time, defensively, the past couple games without Tyrese Haliburton have looked horrendous. And I don't think anybody would disagree with me on that. Defensively, this team without Haliburton the past couple games has been horrible. There was, I remember watching one of the Atlanta Hawk games. I think those were back-to-backs. And, I'm watching dudes just get wide open shots at the rim. I mean, against Chicago, we allowed them to score 121, where we scored 103. Then, against Atlanta, they scored 120, we scored 118. Against Atlanta again, Atlanta had 124, we had 118. Then Haliburton comes back, and suddenly, the Milwaukee Bucks of all teams, we held to 114 points. We ended up winning by 1, but it's just the idea. There's just something. I think it's something about Hallie's leadership that like really rallies the troops. I don't know what it is, but this is like the first time, like the real inclination I have that like Haliburton really kind of makes somewhat of a difference on defense. Even if he doesn't provide that defense, physically, at least he's like a guy that can sort of rally the troops. You know what I'm saying? So it was a good game. The ending was fun to watch. Obviously I didn't get to see the whole game. I only got to see the last minute. But in that last minute, things looked very good. I'm also very impressed with how well we held Giannis to, like how well we contained Giannis. I think that's a big deal. Giannis had a 19.17 rebound and 7 assist game against us. Everybody knows Giannis is in the top 5 in scoring this year. I think he's averaging about 30 points a game. And Giannis is like playing out of his fucking mind this year. He's a guy that probably doesn't get the type of MVP consideration he deserves. But nonetheless, like Giannis is having a really, really good season. And we managed to hold him to less than 20 points. I think that's a big deal. You can talk about the rebounds all you want, but he's like the only guy on their team that really tries to get rebounds. Because, like, Brook Lopez is not a rebounding center. He's just not. He's a stretch big. He reminds me of Miles Turner. He blocks shots and shoots threes, and that's what he's good at. But, yeah, I'm impressed with that win. It was a much-needed win. It's good for, if we do, in the end up getting matched up with Milwaukee in the playoffs, at least. I don't know if we've won that series yet, but I do know, I do know that there is a, where's the divisions? Can I find that on here? I'd have to really look it up. But I know for division-wise, like, if that can determine if we get home court advantage against them or not in the playoffs, which could be a really, really big deal if we end up playing them. But Milwaukee right now is 36-28. I'm looking at where the fuck is the division results? That's what I'm looking for. I can't find it on Basketball Reference at the moment, but yeah, you know what? I'm glad we were able to pull it out. Where's the... Yeah, I can't find this at the moment. It just... They make it a pain in the ass to find the divisions. But it's just the idea. It was an exciting game. I actually... It was funny. I was sitting at the table at the bar, watching one of my teammates play and watching the game. And I was like, holy shit, he made it. And then like everybody was like, what happened? They thought I was talking about the guy at the pool table. I was like, nah, sorry, I'm watching a basketball game. This guy just made I said Tyrese Haliburton just made a 4-point play. So it just, yeah, you know what? It was exciting. And, I really think we needed that as well. That was a good, I think, morale boost for the team, closing out the season here. We haven't had Hallie. Hallie comes back, hits a 3 fading out of bounds, gets fouled by Giannis of all people, and makes the 4-point play to win. The idea that it was in Giannis' face just makes that a little bit better after the whole thing with the ball last year about, oh, it's a game ball, whatever. The idea that he hit that shot on Giannis just makes it that much better. And Bucks fans are sick this morning. I'm just gonna say that Bucks fans are not happy on Twitter, to say the least. I don't want to shit on them too bad because they did have an owner pass away last night. Not the majority owner, but I know the guy's name, but I cannot think about it at the moment. What's the guy's name? It's here somewhere. It's gotta be. One of their owners, what's his name? Hold on. It's in the Discord. Somebody put it in the Discord last night. I know that much I do know. Come on, what the fuck? I don't know how people use iPhones, man. Like, iPhones are just fucking ginormous. Oh, okay, never mind. This is going on. Oh, Junior Bridgman. Junior Bridgman was the one that passed away. So if you're a Bucks fan watching this, condolences on your owner passing away. Sorry for your guys' loss. At the same time, though, I'm not sorry for your loss to the Pacers because you guys tend to treat us like shit. So I don't feel bad about that, but I do feel bad about your owner, one of your owners passing away. I had a feeling I'll be honest, I have a feeling they waited till after the game to tell the players this because Had they told him it, because this happened like 3 minutes or a half an hour before the game was supposed to start, and I was like, yeah, something tells me they're not going to tell the players this until after the game, because telling them that before the game, maybe somebody had a really good relationship with Junior Bridgman, maybe Giannis or Dame or somebody. I just didn't see a world in which they were going to tell them that before the game started. But yeah, I thought, I think most people would think that's the right thing to do. Wait till after the game to share that type of information. But yeah, pretty crazy night to say the least. Haliburton hits a game winner, and Junior Bridgman passes away. But it was a win that we really, really needed, and I'm glad we got it. So I'm glad Haliburton's back. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the team to get out of this slump that they appear to be in. And we'll see. Hopefully playoff seeding gets a little better. At the moment, I do think the Bucks are ahead of us. Yeah, they're ahead of us. We're tied right now for 4th place. I would like to get ahead of Milwaukee. I don't know if we're going to do that. I would think we're going to, but Detroit is also coming up very fast. Detroit has been on a fucking tear. They're 37-29. So right now, the fourth seed through the 6th seed after last night, Detroit is in the 6th seed spot at 37-29. Indiana is in the 5th spot at 36-28, and Milwaukee's in the 4th spot at 36-28. So right now we're tied for 4th with Detroit coming up very quickly here. We really can't afford to be losing games because we could bounce back to the 6th seed, which means we would I think we'd be playing the Knicks in the playoffs. I have to look at the whole play-in tournament shit again and everything, but right now, if we could grab the 4th seed, I feel like the 4th seed would be the ideal place to be in. It's just outside of the top 3. And, we could end up, I think, playing Orlando. And Orlando is 30-36 at the moment. I'm actually kind of shocked that they're a playoff team because they lost Jalen Suggs. And Jalen Suggs is probably the best defender on that team. So, I don't know, man. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to see what the rest of the season brings. But so far, last night was a nice win. It was a big morale boost, I think, for the team. Big for Haliburton, too. Haliburton's coming back. Haliburton's looked like an all-NBA talent again post the All-Star break. The dude's been playing out of his fucking mind post the All-Star break. So, I don't know if it's just this thing where Haliburton's decided like he's going to turn it on after the All-Star break or turn it on before the All-Star break and all this other stuff. So, I don't know what's going on with that. But Haliburton's just been on a tear post All-Star break. He actually looks like an all-NBA talent again, and that's reassuring for me because I'm just gonna be honest, man. Like I was beginning to think the first half of last season was just a fluke, and I'm just happy to know now that it wasn't a fluke. So tell me what you guys think about this down below in the comment section below. A like helps me out. Subscribe if you guys want to see more on the Fast Break Report, and I'm out of this motherfucker. Peace, guys.